Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of Tag Team, brought to you by Unified Wrestling and UnifiedWrestling.com. I'm your host, Cesar Scorpio, alongside UnifiedWrestling.com's own Invincible E. Vincent.
Good evening.
And we're in for a big show this week. Again, we want to make sure we bring all wrestling from North America from all four corners to you, including WWE, TNA, and AAA Lucha Libre. Also, if there's something you want us to touch base on or something you want us to talk about, be sure you reach us via email at unifiedwrestling@rocketmail.com. You could do Facebook, facebook.com/unifiedwrestling. And E, what's the Twitter?
Twitter.com/UNFD Wrestling.
All right. Be sure you add us also as a subscriber to our YouTube videos. Make sure you're the first one to know when these videos come out. Weekly, they will be out every week by Wednesday morning, so be sure you're on that. Now, normally we like to start off our top rope with the WWE action, and there is a lot of WWE action this week. We want to touch base on that, and we will. But surprisingly, our top rope this week goes to TNA. With the huge deals going on with TNA, Impact expected for this week, big show that happened last week, and the fact that WWE is scrambling for some sort of a draw to take away from what's happening with TNA, that's what we want to talk about this week. So, E, what's the issue with TNA, and why is it right now so hot?
Well, right now, it looks like TNA, and this is unconfirmed, but it looks like TNA might have stolen a little bit of WWE's thunder. It looks like Sting is coming back. That's what it appears to be. After the last showing of Impact, there was a promo that showed something that looked very, very familiar, very similar to another promo that we've seen recently that ended with the date 3/3/11. Looked a whole lot like a pair of boots and a long trench coat.
Yeah, 2/21/2011 wasn't what WWE expected, I don't think. We did see that The Undertaker came out. The other guy standing outside with the trench coat and the boots. I've never seen Triple H wear a trench coat and boots.
Never.
So it appears that there was an issue there with the signing of Sting for WWE. They wanted to go ahead and sign him. It appears that it was leaked out prematurely, and he's back with TNA. This is not something that's official yet, but there is confirmation that UnifiedWrestling.com has come out with that it is a done deal. He will be coming out for this TNA Impact, and again, this is something that WWE could not close. And it's a shame, because we really wanted to see The Undertaker fight Sting. It's a match that has never happened. The Undertaker's never been in WCW or TNA. Sting has never been in the WWE. He's probably the only wrestler in the world that can say that.
Pretty much.
So it's a shame. It's something that I wanted to see. I've always wanted to see. Living in the West Coast my whole life, it's very rare that we got to see TNA coming this way. Now, as of recently, they're going to start moving TNA from location to location, but it's stationed in Orlando, Universal Studios. So,
yeah, so far I haven't seen any dates because they gave a list of the dates and the locations that they're going to be moving through. As a matter of fact, they're going to be going to South Carolina this week. But I haven't seen any locations that show up on the West Coast, but I'm keeping my eyes peeled.
Definitely. We'll definitely make sure we're there, and we'll give you exclusive information on that as well. Now, the biggest deals that happened last week on TNA. Mr. Anderson, RVD, what's going on with Kurt Angle, what's going on with those things?
First with on 3/3, there's supposed to be the situation with Jeff Jarrett and Karen renewing their vows, and Kurt Angle is supposed to be compelled to give her away.
Well, he's walking her down the aisle. He lost that match. He's obligated to do it.
Absolutely so. But Kurt Angle has indicated that he's going to give the fans something that they won't want to miss.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be there. Something awesome is going to happen.
Kurt Angle doesn't disappoint. He'll make sure he does something, and like I said, be sure you're there to watch. The big tag team match for the titles: Gunnar and Murphy against James Storm and Robert Roode.
Yeah.
Best wrestling name, best tag team name in the business.
Beer money.
Beer money, yeah. So that's going to be a match also set up for 3/3. We have Velvet Sky against Sarita. Appears to be a career match for Velvet Sky. Now, this is, again, speculation. It's not something that's been, by any means, official. But that's what the word is right now, that it's tinkering with calling it a career match.
Terrible deal.
I don't see how that's happening unless she's planning to move to WWE, but, again, who knows? We'll see. We'll see. This is just speculation at this point. The big issue here with TNA last week, controversy here with Billy Ray and Brother Devon.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Very interesting. Well, because what had transpired previously, prior to that, Devon Dudley came out to apologize to his sons because he put them in a situation where Billy Ray Dudley was able to, do them harm. Kicked one of the sons in the head, gave one a mild concussion.
Yeah, it looks like the kick to the face concussion was to Terrence, and the table whiplash was to Terrell. So, yeah, those are the two sons that you're talking about.
Yeah, and fast forward to this past week on TNA, Devon comes out to make an apology to his sons. As he's giving this apology, he swears that this issue will not go unanswered. Up pops Billy Ray on the giant jumbotron screen. Indicates that he taunts Devon about the injuries to his sons, and at some point he indicates that there's a random black TNA staffer in the back that in order to demonstrate
one of your own.
How angry? Yeah, one of your own, one of your brothers. In order to illustrate how angry he is, he's going to put that guy through a table. Tommy Storm shows up, starts whooping all over. Tommy Storm. Tommy Dreamer shows up, starts whipping up all over. My whole question is, where are we going with this storyline?
Yeah.
And it's like right now, TNA has this Eliminate the Hate PSA that they have on their website and on their commercials. So it's about bullying and whatnot.
Right.
So I'm just throwing it out there. What are we doing?
What angle are you going with there,
Where are we going with this?
What are you doing there?
Yeah.
We're talking to you, Bischoff.
Yes.
And according to Kenny Anderson, the network. Spike TV, what's going on?
That's Bischoff talking to somebody in the next room.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, that's the. I don't know if there's anything planned for this week with the Dudley brothers going to town on each other, but again, it's 3-3. This is a pay-per-view quality card on a weekly show.
True.
So it's going to be something that they're probably going to do something there.
Something interesting is going to happen. Don't know what it is yet.
Now, with the women's knockout division, Madison Reigns with that open challenge. Appears that she's going to have another open challenge here for this week. Any ideas of who that might be?
Don't know at this time. Last week we know that she had a match with ODB, coming out of nowhere, and glad to see her. But don't have any information on who this open challenge is going to be. Could be someone else that possibly is coming back. Don't know yet. But keep an eye on.
A lot of people are speculating that it could be Mickie James in that match for 3-3 with Madison Reigns for the belt. We'll see. It's going to be interesting here. I know ODB was a surprise for a lot of fans from TNA, and it was a pleasant surprise to see her back. I mean, one of the as she's billed, one of the smelliest women in wrestling, but she's huge. She's huge.
Still got the moves.
Yeah, she looks like she does. The other fight that I know you were surprised on is Crimson and Magnus.
Yeah, Crimson versus Magnus. Note to Magnus, never taught the crazy red-haired guy, like, right before the fight. The guy who's known for his intensity, you might want to, throttle back on that just a touch. Crimson is one of the most surprising and one of the most intense wrestlers that's in TNA right now. I was very impressed, especially I've become an instant fan of his finishing move, the Red Alert, sick finisher. Looks like it's like a double sideways sidewalk slam, except face first. So
Face first is good.
Face first is always good. So Crimson won that match. Wasn't a long match. So Magnus, go back to the showers.
Right now, what do you think is going to end up happening with what happened here in TNA last week? Ric Flair, Immortals, AJ Styles, Fortune. This looks like it might even climax here in 3-3. It's expected to be Big Show. That was a pretty bloody bath that they took last week. At least Flair took last week. Where do you think that it might be going here this week?
Not real sure. I did check out that entire match. I did want to say some things about that. We'll get to that a little bit later as far as the Ric Flair and that entire match.
Okay.
But between it was AJ Styles versus Ric Flair. Hernandez got involved with it a lot. So I'm thinking something may be happening between AJ Styles and Hernandez at some point in the very near future. But
that'd be great. That'd be great to see.
Yeah, because Hernandez he just showed up. He's making a big splash. Yeah, he's making a big impact over the last couple of weeks. He's been getting involved in a lot of interesting matches. He's a big dude, and he literally, I believe, if I recall correctly, he picked AJ Styles up over his head and threw him like furniture.
Light furniture.
Light furniture. Like a nice throwaway rug.
Yeah.
It ought to be interesting.
Right. Now, this is all what happened last week on Impact. Again, 3-3 is expected to be a huge show, pay-per-view quality on a weekly show. This has all happened before that promo that came out for 3-3, showing rain coming down, boots, and a trench coat. As we know, it's confirmed here that it's going to be Sting appearing. Not only appearing, like the Taker did on 221, but speaking. Hey, he'll be speaking, yeah. He'll be saying something on the mic in regards to what's going on, addressing what might have happened and what took him so long. It's going to be interesting. Again, this is something that wasn't done by The Undertaker. In fact, Triple H and The Undertaker both came out.
Silence.
Not a word was said, which built some, I guess, intensity there. But I wanted to hear.
Somebody to say something.
Yeah, I want to hear.
Let us know what's going on. And probably they won't be able to break out everything that happened, but hopefully they'll have some sort of an explanation.
I was thinking about TNA. They say a lot, and they'll go ahead and tell you. They know that WWE exists. They'll mention WWE not as WWE, but as the other guys, and inform that what's going on with the other guys, what's happening here. They try to single themselves out from the WWE, and I think they're doing a good job there. They're quality spot.
They're fighting for it, and they're hungry. And over the long haul, especially with the fact that they're starting to go to different venues now. I think this is going to be a good year for TNA. I really do.
Well, we'll see. Make sure you watch that on 3-3, Spike TV. Next is going to be the big deal that's been going on in WWE, which in this case is John Cena and The Rock. And if I don't mention him, he's probably going to get mad at me too. The Miz.
I know, love.
So there we go. What's going on here with this issue with The Miz, The Rock, John Cena? It's all boiled over here from last week. The Miz finally gave his